Hey, most beautiful spirits, welcome to the Elements of Spirit for the week of November 5th, 2017. Um, I want to give you a brief update and give you a sense of scheduling. I intend to be here this week and next week on the 12th, and then I'm going silent on the 19th as I'm going on a journey and a pilgrimage which has already begun. The New York trip was amazing. I launched two new art pieces, a performance piece called Psychic Trance Sessions with my hypno buddy Dan Ryan, and also a project called the Aura Pics Project that are 5-minute digital aura portraits. There's an Instagram for that now at Aura Pics Project. And my mind's blown. So I'm in Detroit right now in the basement / rec room of my cousin, who's like my brother, hanging with his daughter and our family. And I'm going to be doing some gentle vlogging from the road. I'm going to give a little update of the last leg of the trip and then put some more stuff up on Edible Spirit on some page, probably just on the blog page, little updates from the road, just to keep a record of what's going on. But yes, we'll get Elements of Spirit this week and next week, but then we'll be gone again on the 19th. And that's mainly it. Some pretty powerful stuff going on. The elements are alive and kicking. So without further ado, let's dive into the ether reading. Once you watch this reading, you can then go find your sun sign in the description below and the element that's associated with it, earth, air, water, fire, and then go check out the corresponding reading that goes with this, which is the ether reading, which sort of gives us the tone that we have in the space of our week this week from the 5th to the 12th. So without further ado, let's see what is going on in the ether. Okay, so it's a funny little thing. I've been playing with my niece and her little, like Lego toys, and it's funny because they show like the ether as represented as a little Lego man, and he's taking his hat off. Hats off to you. Hats off to you, sir, ma'am, or otherwise. Pretty cool. So the idea is when you show the ether, when you show the ether love, when you contribute to it, it responds proportionally. Okay, so the idea here is there's a bunch of stuff in here. When you show the ether love, when you contribute to it, it responds proportionally. How do you contribute to the ether? You contribute to the ether through lightning, upliftment, and expansion. Lightning, upliftment, and expansion are ways to contribute to the ether. What are ways to find lightning, upliftment, and expansion? Well, one really nice way is through self-healing. And the cultivation of balance. So this is important, remembering that it's not about getting where you need to go. It's about being stable, calm, tranquil, balanced where you are. So that's one way of lightning, is self-healing, to take whatever stimuli is coming at you, messing with your vibe, and to take it in, process it, and use it as fodder for balance. So really, this is a very basic question. Is your life a sequence of events which are designed to cause problems? Or is your life a sequence of events which is designed to cause healing? It's up to you. You can take the problems at face value and let them be problematic, or you can take the problems, not internalize them, but assimilate them and see how they're leading you towards the light. And that really is just about that initial stance to say, I am in this life to learn as opposed to suffer. I will suffer in order to learn, but not the other way around. I will suffer in order to learn. I'll go through what I have to go through to remember that it's learning. Already you see it like lightens the energy up, lightens the energy up, lightens the energy up, and that potential is available in every moment, right? Okay, the next thing you can do to show the ether love, to contribute to it in the name of lightening, upliftment, and expansion, okay, is to express grace, right? How fun is that? See, normally if I was just using my brain, I would say, oh, be grateful, gratitude. But this is actually saying express grace. Grace from within, grace from beyond. This is saying another way of contributing to the ether is to express gratitude, is to thank your teachers that cut you off on the 405, or to thank the person in front of you in line at the post office, because even though they're annoying you, they actually helped you to tune into your happy place today, because you had to tune them out. So again, a great example too, are you tuning them out, or are you tuning into your happy place? If they are the catalyst, that horrible catalyst which caused you to tune into your happy place, expressing gratitude towards them verbally, amazing, but also checking the vibes, self-healing, expressing gratitude towards them, even non-verbally, will help to contribute to the ether. Because remember, what is the ether? The ether is the space within which all of the other elements are vibrating. So it's the space, the void, the vacuum. But the ether is also that which is in between all of those elements, and that which, it's sort of like the point of contact where those elements meet each other. So even in space, space is a thing. Even if there is a void, right? So the ether is, I always like to think of the ether as like either the zero or like the equal sign, right? It's all and nothing, or conscious nothing, living nothing, nothing that's alive, or the alive that's nothing, right? Okay. So the idea is that so all of these invisible, non-verbal things which connect us to one another are opportunities to contribute to the ether. Expressing grace from within, it's not just saying thank you, it's actually finding that place within where you are already full of grace, full of gratitude, full of grazie, right? And expressing that from without. So out of yourself, expressing that out of yourself. Grace from beyond is that idea. I'm about to head to Greece, and in the Greek monastic tradition, right, and in a lot of monastic traditions, the idea is that you pray your tits off so that you can make yourself the perfect vessel for grace, to receive grace. Now, does that grace come from without? It sometimes feels like it comes from on high, but it ultimately appears within. When you see the elements of it happening around you outside in the world, it's pretty exciting. But the grace is within, because the grace is what we all are. But the expression of that grace from within to without, or from beyond into yourself and out into the world around you, is another way of contributing to the ether, to show the ether love. It causes lightening, upliftment, and expansion. Thanking someone, even in a non-sarcastic way, just thanking the people around you that matter to you right now. Another way of contributing to the grace. Lightning does actually have to do with service and commitment of time, we'll say commitment of resources, which include time, energy, and even dollars. So grace, expressing grace, also, sharing service and commitment of your resources, committing yourself, your time, your energy, your money to that which can be lightened, that which is burdensome to yourself or to others, within reason, of course, because you don't want to commit so much of yourself that your desire to lighten becomes a burden to you. But when you contribute even in a small way, when you help with upliftment and lightening of loads, when you go beyond yourself and have a conversation with someone whose views might differ from you in order to not convince them that you're right or convince them that they're wrong, but in order to reach some kind of understanding, there's weight that falls away from that. That is an upliftment. That is an enlightening process. Anything else that's coming on? Yeah, no, I get pulled to a light bulb, which is also just saying that like the service, the commitment to the service and commitment of your resources, time, energy, and money to ideas that or plans or projects that are uplifting or that inspire unity or inspire connection. Really, guys, I'm telling you, to me and my guts and my body, it feels like this is the work that we can all be doing all the time, to simply do everything we can to dissolve feelings of separation and difference. So if you have an idea that can bring people together, whether it's a coffee clutch, a friend I met not long ago hosts a coffee house for witches in Orange County. Rock on. It's the most amazing. Even something as chill as that, or something bigger, like like a social media platform would be a great example of some kind of light bulb, right? Air vibed element that is an idea that you might have that if you actually manifested and expressed could contribute to upliftment, lightening, and expansion, because it's making us come together. It's making us cross our streams. It's making us communicate ideas, feelings, words, sounds, truths, realities, instead of what's causing us to feel even greater and more separation is to just sort of retreat to our opposite corners and, fester in our separation and in our loneliness. Okay, now back to the read. All of this is to say these are aspects of what you can do to contribute to the ether, to show your love to the ether. And what happens is that when you create space, when you contribute to the ether, you create space. You create space. When you create space, you create potential for new manifestation. New manifestation, but let's not even say that. You create the potential for new creation. For new creation and manifestation, for something new to be born. And most importantly, and this goes all the way back to the first image of the ether taking their hat off to you, something miraculous occurs, whether it's, the hand of Father God with his long white beard, or whether it is the universe herself, the mother goddess, providing you all of the fruit and succor that you could possibly need, or whether it is some high, amazing, connected, plugged-in aspect of yourself, which somehow seems to cut through the dross and provide you with exactly what you need, as if from out of nowhere, through the ether. The reading this week is saying that out of nowhere gift from the ether comes when you contribute to the ether. It's a tit for tat. You create space, you receive light. You create light, you receive space. Once you have light, once you have space, you have the power to create anything, to call anything into your existence. And the message today is that the ether will be as strong and dependable as a little Lego man, a little Bob the Builder, who kind of shows up and says, hey, you want that? Here you go. Oh, you don't want anything? You're cool. Thanks for making space. Thanks for contributing to the love, to the light, to the ether. Thank you for dissolving the opposites and breaking the boundaries and opening the hearts. Here, try this. Guides reminding me that this is oftentimes the space of you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes you get what you need, so don't even worry about what you want. Well, worry about what you want. Don't worry about what you want. Be clear about what you want, and then wear it like a loose garment, and trust that if you have a clear intention, oh, fuck, this is cool. If you have a clear intention about what you want, what you would enjoy. It doesn't have to be the be-all, end-all, but just what you might enjoy. What's the direction? What turns you on today? With the contribution to the ether amassing some kind of quotient of space / light / ether / truth within you, and you have that intention behind you, and you have that ether contribution within you, and you take those steps to keep contributing and lightening, then the space created through your contribution, through your service, or through whatever acts you're using to contribute to ether and create space, creates the potential for new creation. It allows whatever you were maybe intending to manifest very easily, maybe even a better way than you could have thought. Okay. Acts of grace. Wow, it's a little bit of a rhyme. Acts of grace create the space for all I desire and all I need. It's a prayer. Have a lovely week. See you soon. Acts of grace create the space for all I desire and all I need.